Hello creeps! Andy here, and oh boy do we have to talk about the Winnie the Pooh horror movie that is coming out soon. The stills for this movie were released I think just a few days ago, and the internet has gone wild, and for good reason. So today we're going to be going over a Variety article which has an interview with the director, and we're just going to be talking about this movie, and at the end I'm going to tell you what I think about this. So let's just get into it. I'm telling you, this is just something from my nightmares. It's called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and in this article the director describes the movie as Pooh and Piglet going on a rampage. Let's just jump into it. There is no time to waste here. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So first of all, here were the stills that were released from the film. I apologize if you have nightmares from this. So the first thing you're probably wondering is, how the heck are they making a horror version of Winnie the Pooh? Because when I first saw an article about this, I thought, okay, well, it's probably just a Winnie the Pooh-ish mask, but it's not actually the story of Winnie the Pooh. And that is not the case. 5 months ago, Winnie the Pooh actually entered the public domain, and these people jumped on it. So they must have really wanted to make a Winnie the Pooh horror movie for some twisted reason. It's in the public domain. You are able to make movies like this, but you can't obviously infringe on Disney's Winnie the Pooh series because they have copyrights on that. So they tried to make the characters look a little different, which I think they touch on later in the article. So they actually wrapped the movie earlier this month. They released the stills of demonic Pooh and Piglet about to pounce on a scantily clad woman relaxing in a hot tub. So it says, in an interview with Variety, director Rise Waterfield, pretty cool name, who is in post-production on 4 other films including Firenado and Demonic Christmas Tree, said the response to the stills has been, oh fuck, I have to turn off the air. One second, too loud. Sorry. So he said the response has been absolutely crazy. He says, because of all the press and stuff, we're just going to start expediting the edit and getting it through post-production as fast as we can, but also making sure that it's good. It's going to be a high priority. And then he says that Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey will see Pooh and Piglet as the main villains going on a rampage after being abandoned by college-bound Christopher Robin. And his quote is, Christopher Robin is pulled away from them and he's not given them food. It's made Pooh and Piglet's life quite difficult. Because they've had to fend for themselves so much, they've essentially become feral. So they've gone to their animal roots. They're no longer tame. They're like a vicious bear and pig who want to go around and try and find prey. I can't wrap my head around this. Okay, and it says the film was actually only shot for 10 days, so this is by no means a high production film, but it was shot in England, not far from Ashdown Forest, which was the inspiration for the original Winnie the Pooh's 100 Acre Woods, which is a little twisted, but okay. We'll see how it turns out. He also said that it's going to be a comedy horror film, which I feel like a lot of B horror films are. That's kind of the area they thrive in. I should do an entire video on my favorite B horror films. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, because I love B horror films. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. But when they're explaining about the girl in the hot tub, it says she's having a good time, and then Pooh and Piglet appear behind her, chloroform her, take her out of the jacuzzi, and then kind of drive a car over her head. It's scary, but there's also funny bits in there because there are shots of Winnie the Pooh in the car and seeing him with his little ears poking behind the wheels and like slowly going over there to kill her. Yeah, this sounds wild. I can't even believe that this is a real thing. Anyways, so they also said they had to be extremely careful, obviously not to infringe on Disney's copyrights. So we did as much as we could to make sure the film was based on the 1926 version. Let me see what the 1926 version of Winnie the Pooh looks like. Oh yeah, they're identical twins. Okay. The article also says that's why Pooh Bear doesn't have his red t-shirt, and he instead has a lumberjack suit, and Piglet is in all black. It's also why other characters like Tigger aren't in this film as well, although there is a scene featuring Eeyore's tombstone. Oh, Oh, that hurt to read. I didn't read that part before. The miserable donkey having been eaten by a starving Pooh and Piglet. Oh, I'm starting to understand why the internet's having issues with this. Okay, yeah, they went there. All right, Eeyore was my favorite character growing up. This is Sick and Twisted, and I like it. It says that they're trying really hard to make sure that people know that it's not a child's version, making sure that people know that it's a horror film. So, first of all, let me just say that it doesn't seem like the internet's mixed about this. It seems like people are pretty upset. A lot of people are talking about how it's, you know, destroying their childhood, and there's also this great meme. I saw the meme first, actually. It says, another actor ruined by drugs and alcohol. And I thought the mask was just a mask somebody had made or photoshopped. I had no idea that it was for the real movie. So I just laughed about it. And then I found an article a few days later and I was like, oh no, what have we gotten ourselves into? It sounds like the movie's gonna be pretty dark, especially with Pooh and Piglet having eaten Eeyore. I did not read that before I started this video, so I'm a little traumatized by that. But let me know what you guys think, and I am very curious what everyone thinks about this. Here's my opinion on it. I have loved creepy stuff growing up. I always went for like the darker kids films. And the darker books, obviously. So I've always loved horror, and horror's never been anything that's ruined anything for me. I also didn't really grow up watching Winnie the Pooh, to be honest. It wasn't something that I was into as a kid either. So I am here for this. I think Creepy Winnie the Pooh will be such an entertaining movie, and you better believe I will watch it the day it comes out, and I will let you know all about it. Because I love B horror films. Anything just like weird and odd and just not right, I'm all for. This seems right up my alley, to be honest. I think that this is funny. I think it's gonna be a good time, honestly. I can understand why people are upset about it and blah, 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 but it doesn't even look like the same character. I don't know, it's like a Ren and Stimpy version of Pooh Bear. I just don't even see how you can even relate the two in your head. So for me, it's not a problem. I think it's hilarious. I am all here for it. Plus the other movies that guy is releasing. What were they? Fire, NATO, and Demonic Christmas Tree. Also here for. So let me know what you guys think about this. Can you even believe that in 2022 we are talking about a demonic Pooh Bear and Piglet who have eaten Eeyore and are about to run over the head of an unsuspecting scantily clad woman? Come on. You can't get better than that. Let me know how you guys feel about this movie. Let me know how you guys feel about the images. If you feel like it ruins the story of Winnie the Pooh, or if you think about it in a whole different light, because it's creepy as fuck. It doesn't look anything like the cute little Pooh Bear that we know. And we know deep in our hearts, Pooh Bear and Piglet would never eat Eeyore. I will absolutely, if you guys are interested, do a whole film review on this. Oh, one more thing about the movie before I let you go is that under IMDb, we don't know much besides the plot of them becoming feral, right? We have the pictures. And then we also know that in the cast, there's a mauled woman, there's a caged man, and there's also a therapist. Do Pooh and Piglet seek therapy for their inability to control their hunger for human flesh? Guess is as good as mine. Anyways, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with another horror video. Bye, guys.